gotta try it. Oh, you need this. It's challenging. This is all different than what they're used to. Good. Make sure you're putting it where their nose is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good
And
boy.
you got it. You can, yes.
Yes.
Now.
Yes. Good job.
Yes.
So he's still trying to get around your hand. I mean around the paper.
Yes.
Make sure you keep a closed fist so that your fingers aren't hanging out. There you go.
No fingers. Buddy.
Yes.
Yes.
Good. Even if they just look at it, reward it.
Okay.
We're building the concept of this is what I want you to touch, not this. Yes. So even if they show brief interest in it, reward it. Yes. Good. Good.
Buddy. Yes. Good boy.
Yes. Good job.
Buddy.
You're not saying anything? You're not saying...
We're going to add the word to it because this may help them discern between the touch and the nudge. So, now, let's add the word and see if we can get them to understand the difference. Buddy. Buddy. Harper, nudge. Harper. He's all about your feet.
Yep.
Buddy, nudge. Yes. Good boy. Yes.
Good. Hand it to her. Hold it from each other.
When he touches the paper, say nudge.
Nudge.
Oh, you used to say nudge.
Yes. Now we're adding the nudge.
Say
Yes.
Nudge. Nudge. No.
Man.
no foul.
Buddy. Buddy, nudge.
Nudge.
Yes. All you did was look at it. We're going to reward that.
No.
Buddy. Nudge. Oh. Yes. Good boy.
Yes.
And we're going to work them up to the point where they all automatically understand nudge means touch the object, not the hand. Ready? Harper? Harper?
Harper. Nudge.
Buddy. Good.
Oh, that's really count, right? She's feeling around it.
Yes. Good boy.
Try raising it up just enough so she doesn't have to.
Nudge.
Yes.
Yes.
She has to reach for it without jumping. So you can't reach your fingers. That may help.
Nudge.
Okay. Buddy, yes. Nudge. Yes. Good boy. Okay, we're going to try something different with him.
You must know this.
I'm going to put it on the floor.
Oh, you got one, Harper. You got one.
Nudge. So he's not making the connection yet.
Harper.
Nudge. Yes.
Nudge.
Good boy. Look.
Yes.
There you go. Yes. Nudge. Good boy. Nudge.
Sure did.
Yes.
Right there. Nudge.
Nudge. Yes. Nudge. Yes. Yes.
Nudge.
Nudge.
Yes.
I'm still chewing. Buddy. Nudge.
Nudge. Yes.
Not
Oh,
me.
Biggie.
Nudge. Yes. Good boy. Work on that. Try taking it to the floor. And then teach her the nudge. Yes.
Yes.
Reward.
Nudge. Harper, nudge.
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 Yes.
point to it, like you would with bed.
Nudge.
Yes.
Yes.
Good. He looked at it, rewarded.
Nudge. 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 Cover.
So we're trying to make a connection with
Nudge.
nudge means touch the
Nudge.
object.
Yes. Good girl.
Good.
Nudge.
Once that light bulb goes off,
Nudge.
they'll get it.
Nudge.
It's all yes.
Yes.
Good,
Forward.
good.
Nudge. Nudge.
Nudge.
Nudge.
Yes!
Nudge.
Good girl, Harper.
Nudge.
Good girl.
You dropped it.
Yes.
Yes. Good
Good.
girl.
Let's try and put it on the wall.
Perfect.
Buddy. Nudge.
Perfect.
Nudge.
Nudge. Nudge.
Oh,
Nudge.
not like, oh, careful, bud.
Nudge. Yes. Good girl.
Nudge. Not right here. So we need to get him to make that connection. Nudge. Yes. Yes.
Nudge.
Good boy. Yes, good boy. I'm gonna check on that one. Good job. Yes. Yes. Good boy. Nudge. Yes. Good job. Good boy. Nudge. Nope. Nudge. Where is it? Nudge.
Harper.
Nudge. Yes. Good boy. Good boy. Get really excited. 1, 2, 3, 3 every time he touches it. Nudge. Nudge. Yes. Nudge. Yes. Okay? Get excited about it. Good.
Nudge.
And you can try the one on the wall too.
Nudge. Nudge. Buddy. Nudge. Nudge.
So he's too busy watching your hand.
Nudge. Nudge.
So there isn't a connection yet between nudge and that paper.
Yes. Good boy. Yes. There you go. Yes. Nudge. Nudge.
Yes. Yes. You touched the paper. Good.
Nudge. Buddy.
So he might not be ready for the wall yet.
Nudge.
Focus on the floor one and
Yes.
the hand
Nudge.
one.
Yes.
Yes. Good girl. She's starting to understand.
Nudge. Yes.
Nudge.
Good.
Nudge.
You dropped one underneath.
Yes.
Good girl. Nice.
Good boy. Yes.
Perfect.
Good. You touched it. You worked.
Nudge.
Good.
Yes.
Nudge. Nudge.
Okay.
Nudge.
You might have to pull it out. Because he's so interested in those treats, it's hard for him to focus on anything else.
Nudge. Nudge. Yes.
Yeah, good.
Yes.
Run up.
Over and over again. As long as he's laying there, touching it. Tell him no.
Good boy, yes. Yes. Good
Yes.
girl.
As long as he's laying there, yes.
Yes.
Good. Say the word nudge with it.
Nudge. Yes.
Good. Okay, any questions about the nudge? This also comes in handy if you've got company over and there's something going on. Hard to say what it would be, but you can kind of use it as like a trick for your friends to see. Teach them to nudge, teach them to come up and nudge their knee, nudge their hand, nudge the paper, nudge something on the floor, on the wall. But in reality, you're teaching them that you want them to touch an object with their nose. Okay? Yeah. Oh, I thought you meant, yes, we're teaching them to pay attention.
He wasn't paying attention to her.
Yes, good nudge.
Yes. Good nudge. Yes.
Good,
Yes.
nice.
Nudge. Nudge. Nudge.
Yes,
Yes.
you turn around and look at it, good. Now you can also try and grab their attention with something by taking a treat, just to start with. Here, pull them away. Getting that treat smell on that paper. Buddy, nudge. Where's that smell? Where's that smell? Yes. There we go. Nudge. Yes. Nudge. Yes. Okay? Something like that can help them grab attention.
Yes, yes.
Oh.
Nudge. Nudge.
So what I did, yeah, that's okay.
Yes.
Okay, you tell us like, what I did was I took the
Yes.
treat,
Yes.
rubbed the smell of it on there.
Yes, nudge. Yes, nudge.
Nudge. I want her to get that
Nudge.
smell on there.
Nudge.
Remember?
Nudge. Nudge.
I'm not touching it here. Yes. Nudge.
Nudge.
Nudge. Nudge.
Yes, yes, that's nudge. Yes. Yes, buddy. Yes. Good boy.
Yes. There you go.
Nudge.
So that's kind of a cheater's way to get them
Nudge.
used to touching something with their nose
Nudge.
and getting them rewarded for doing it.
Nudge. Yes.
Good. So I know that this first class doesn't seem like it is very productive, but we're actually helping them with their self-control. We're teaching them, yes, good job. Okay. So we're actually telling them to touch something with their nose. And that later on, as I said, can be, he's eating it.
What do you got to say? That's why I'm surprised you
Oh,
wasn't chilling. Yeah,
well, he was more focused on the treats in your hand.
Yes.
We can actually get them to use this as a cue to shut a door. Okay? You can teach them with the door. Nudge. And as they touch it, then you work into nudging it harder and working into it that way so they can shut the door for you. Okay? Things like that. It helps with therapy work later. Any questions so far?
How does it help with therapy work? Doing.
If they turn out to be, if they end up being therapy dogs, you can actually teach them to be the therapy dogs like people use for handicapped people, so that they can open doors for them, close doors for them, turn on lights for them, turn off lights for them, and stuff like that. And help the people that can't get around to do it on their own all the time. Things like that. Okay? So advanced is all about getting them ready for physically and therapy type of preparedness.
So you teach them how to do the switch,
We
but
don't teach it in this class. Those are done for the trick classes.
oh,
Yeah. And the therapy classes.
okay.
Okay?
And light switches are pretty
Except
high
paper.
probably, so you're teaching the dog to like reach it with their
It's
nose.
Yeah, it's a controlled reach. You can teach them to turn the light switch on or off with their nose or with their foot. But I prefer to teach them with their nose so that they aren't scratching walls and messing up the paint. Oh. Don't drop it.
Drop it.
Buddy.
Drop it.
Yeah.
Drop it.
Okay.
Buddy. Drop it. Perfect. He's got more. Buddy, drop it.
Nudge.
Yeah, good boy.
Yes.
Nudge.
Yes.
Leave it.
Good. Okay. So we are going to start, it's 8 o'clock, oh my gosh. Okay. So for the homework this week, I just want them to get acclimated with touching an object with their nose. Starting with something very non-stimulating like a piece of paper. Try and get them to touch the paper instead of your hand. You can try it on the floor. You can try putting the treat scent on it so that draws them to it. Work on that excited to settle. Get them a little happy and a little up, and then go into an immediate settle. Reward, reward, reward when they do until it becomes happy. We will start fading that out. Okay? Enough. Yes. Okay. Don't forget to bring in the brushes next time. We're going to work on getting them to be more acclimated with professional handling and get them more comfortable getting their feet and their legs touched. So practice that when they're relaxed at home, working their feelings on their legs and towards their feet, just lean there. So is start by letting them touch their legs and moving down to the feet and just touching and moving away. Until they get used to that touch, and then it can linger a little bit longer, okay? That's going to help get them prepared for anybody that needs to handle that person professionally. Whoops.
Sorry, she's limp.
Okay, any opportunities that you have on the street where you run into somebody you know or that somebody you're going to say hi to, work on getting them into their heel position and stay while you're having that conversation. They can show mild interest in those people. We just don't want them getting up and going up and jumping on them and being really rude. Okay? If they do, step back, put a little more distance between you and that person so that they're not quite as tempted. Okay? Any questions? Okay. We'll see you guys back next week.
Awesome. All right.
Good job. It's gonna take a little time. There's a lot more expectation with this class.